So, let's talk about your alarm real quick. What does that say right there?
User's manual.
All right, you see that?
Yes.
All right. If you're not doing this step, you're in big trouble. Trust me, because they think you made all this stuff up that you can recover. All right. See, that says user's manual, right? Mm-hmm. This is what they say. Your alarm company, the one that made your alarm, this is what they say about your alarm. They wrote it. I'm about to cover some very disturbing things in here about your alarm. You ready? Let's get started. Now I've set the stage to kill their alarm. Some of you don't set the stage to kill their alarm. Now, if you have a shoddy closing percentage, it could be because of this, that you're not setting the stage to kill their alarm. You're not getting up and looking at their alarm. You're not saying, I know exactly what you got. Let's go back to the table. You're not showing, hey, this is user's manual. You know who wrote that? The company did. They say some very disturbing things about your alarm, Brandon. The one that you have protecting Bryson, Brooklyn, and Nathan. Let's get started. Let's talk about it. So here, I open it up. It's highlighted and numbered. It's pretty simple. So we're going to start with number one. Cody, here we go. Number one says this. According to the Federal Emergency Management Agency, an agency of the U.S. government, your alarm may not go off or give early enough warning, Brandon, in as much as 35% of all fires. Let me repeat that. I love to repeat it. I do it twice. All right? Your alarm may not go off and wake your butt up in as much as 35% of all fires. Brandon, let me ask you a question. How does that make you feel about what you have protecting Brooklyn?
It's not going to protect Brooklyn.
It's not going to protect Brooklyn. Why is that?
As I said, 35% of the time it may not go off.
35% of all time. So how's that making you feel right now, man?
Not good.
Not good. Why?
Because I'm not doing my job protecting Brooklyn.
Man, you're a great dad, dude. I love hearing dads say those kind of things. What about you, Cody? How do you feel about this thing?
Kind of makes me mad.
Why does it make you mad? Repeat. Why does it make you mad?
Because you buy it, put it in your house thinking it's going to protect your family when reality is a 35% failure rate.
I agree with you. You would buy it to protect our family, but the reality is they have all these failure ratios in them, right? Mm-hmm. So 35%, they fail. Could you imagine your car driving down the road and the brakes fail 35% of the time? What would you do if you had 35% failure rate in your brakes?
Get a new car.
Man, you do something, wouldn't you?
Shit and hold on.
Okay, old shit and hold on is right. All right, so here. So the next part I'm going to cover with you is this.
Hold my beer.
It says right here. Let me open that up a little bit more. It's missing some of the words. All right, it says it right there. Where smoke detectors should not be put up. Do you see that, Cody?
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Yep.
Brandon. Don't ever leave any one of them behind. They must be with you during this entire journey. You've got to keep them with you. All right, where smoke detectors should not be put up. Very simply, it says right here, don't put them in your kitchens. Don't put them in your garages. Don't put them near furnaces. Don't put them near water heaters. Don't put them near space heaters. You see that? All right, it goes on up here. It says, don't put them in airstreams passing by kitchens. It's right there somewhere. Don't put them in damp areas. Don't put them in humid areas. Don't put them in hot areas. Don't put them in cold areas. Don't put them in dusty areas. Don't put them in dirty areas. Don't put them near fresh air vents. Don't put them near drafty areas. Don't put them in insect-infested areas, and don't put them near fluorescent lights. Brandon, let me ask you a very ridiculous question. Where the hell can you put it at?
Fucking trash.
In the trash, dude. That's exactly right. You agree with him, right?
Definitely.
So let's recap this. What percent does your alarm fail, Cody?
35%.
You got him? You with him? 35%? Where can you put your alarm at, Brandon?
Trash.
In the trash. So I'm going to ask you a second time. How does that make you feel, Cody, about what you have protecting Brooklyn?
Not safe.
It's even worse now in your head,
Yeah.
isn't it? Why are you feeling unsafe right now for Brooklyn?
Because, it's a 35% failure rate. That's a huge percentage when we're talking about, my family's life, and then you basically can't put it anywhere. Almost every room in the house has a fresh air vent for the heating and cooling return.
All right, so everybody pause and listen. The key to the alarm kill is how does that make you feel? They'll answer you, and then you say, why do you feel that way? They're basically selling themselves on the problem. How does that make you feel? Well, I feel like crap. Repeat them. You feel like crap. Why do you feel that way? Why do you feel like crap right now, Brandon? Because they said it's 35%. So, and I like adding in the children's names if there's kids in the house. Or if there are no kids in the house, just say whoever's in the house. How does that make you feel about what you have protecting Christy, Brandon?
It's failing to protect Christy.
It's failing to protect Christy. Why do you feel that way? Why do you feel that way? Why do you feel that way? Now, I can't just say how does that make you feel and that's enough. I want to say, how does that make you feel about what you have protecting? You should already know that by this point in the presentation, who's in that house. And now I can't just say your daughter. Like, you said 3?
3, yeah.
All right, is it little boy, little girl?
Little boy. It's Bildo.
Oh, Bill.
Del.
Who has a kid in this room? You have a, that's right. Now, what, little boy, little girl?
Little girl,
Little girl, what's her name?
Marie Lynn.
Maria Lynn. Now, if I say your daughter, that doesn't hit your heart that hard.
No.
But if I say Maria Lynn, now watch this. There's a big difference. How does that make you feel about what you have protecting your daughter?
Makes
That
me
does
feel-
nothing to you. That does not penetrate that man, not one bit. How does that make you feel? 35% failure rate. How does that make you feel about what you have protecting Maria Lynn?
Pretty shitty.
Pretty shitty. Why do you feel that way about that, man? Because this is over your little girl's head, dude.
Yeah, it's my job to protect her.
It's your job to protect her. Man, you're a great dad. So, guys, that's getting in their heartstrings. That's getting the emotional state of that dad. You do the same thing to the mom. So when I'm in a presentation, if you was with me from the beginning to the end of a presentation, I take them on an emotional roller coaster, man. Now, if you can't sell this problem with the information we have lined up right here, man, this is definitely the wrong business for you. 35% failure ratio, that alone should sell it. You can't put it in your kitchen, your garage, utility rooms, your attics, can't put it in none of those rooms. That's where the fires start, Brandon.
Sure is.
Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely.
So guess what? Guess what's right above Maria Lynn's head? An attic. This ain't in there, man. You can't put it in there. Now let's go to number 3. Check this out. Number 3 talks about the kind of fires that Maria Lynn's alarms don't pick up. So let's run through that. It says smoke detectors have limitations. See where it says that? Smoke detectors have limitations. Now, I think we've already figured out that your alarm has a lot of limitations. It fails 35% of the time, can't put it nowhere. All right, that alone is pretty severe limitations. All right, it says right here, smoke detectors may not sense every kind of fire every time. Time out. That is ridiculous. All right, your smoke detector may not sense every kind of fire every time. I'm going to repeat that and let that sink in your head as a dad for Maria Lynn. Your alarm, Maria Lynn's alarm, might not sense every kind of fire every time. How does that make you feel, dude?
Like shit?
Like shit. It's terrible, isn't it, Brandon?
It is.
Now watch this next part. This is even worse. It says, your alarm. It says they cannot. They're talking about your alarm, Cody. All right? They cannot be expected to sense what kind of fires?
Dangerous for
Dangerous fires. Let me repeat that. Maria Lynn's alarm cannot be expected to sense dangerous fires. What the hell? Is there any other fire than dangerous fires?
Nope.
If she has a fire in her room, is it a friendly fire or a dangerous fire? It's a dangerous fire. That covers every fire your daughter can have, dude. Every fire Maria Lynn has, that just covered them. Now let's look at the next part. They may not give early warning. I'm gonna say that a different way. Maria Lynn's alarm may not give you early warning of fast-growing fires. Now, Cody, have you seen any video at this point that I've shown you today where fire's slow?
No.
No. It's 8 times faster than the home we grew up in. 8 times faster today because all those synthetics. This thing don't cover nothing, man. This thing don't cover nothing. It even finishes it off and it says this. Violent explosions, smoking in bed, violent explosions, escaping gas, poor storage of flammable liquids, overloaded electrical circuits, children playing with matches, lighters, or persons who set fires on purpose. So, it doesn't pick up dangerous fires. It doesn't pick up every kind of fire every time. It doesn't pick up anything, basically. So what other kind of fire is it, Brandon?
None that's in the house.
None that's in your house. So let's recap this. Now, this is your daughter we're talking about, Maria Lynn. What percent does your alarm fail?
35%.
Where can you put it at, Brandon?
Nowhere.
Nowhere. And what kind of fire does your alarm not pick up? Or what does your alarm pick up?
Not a damn thing.
Not a damn thing. How you feeling right now, Brandon?
Pretty shitty.
Pretty shitty. Tell me why. Talk to me.
I ain't gonna protect Maria Lynn like we're supposed to.
You don't feel good about it protecting Maria Lynn? All right. Tell me how you're feeling right now.
Shitty.
I'm laying it on thick, aren't I? You can't lay it on thick enough. I told you, I'm gonna take them on an emotional roller coaster. I'm gonna recap it out there, all 4 of them. Hit them, hit them, hit them, hit them, hit them. And then when we get to the close, man, It makes the close pretty simple, don't it?
Sure does.
It makes the close a lot more simple. And if you're having any kind of closing problems at all, warm up, alarm kill. Warm up, alarm kill. I would suggest you driving this. Look at it now. Check this out. We'll go to the last one. Look at number 4. It says, they do not warrant or imply in any way. Let me repeat that. They do not warrant or imply in any way that Maria Lynn's smoke detector will protect her life in the event of a fire. You know what it says right here, man? Homeowners, that's you, Cody. That's you, Brandon. Homeowners should be sure to insure their lives and property. They're telling you to insure Maria Lynn's life. Why do you think they're telling you to do that?
Because the detector sucks.
Because the detector sucks. Well, now you know your detector sucks, man. Now you know that. So let's go back and I'll finish this up with you. All right, you got to find a transition in there. I'm going to show you a really cool transition. When you get to number 4, and it says, they do not warrant or imply in any way that its smoke detector will protect lives and property in the event of a fire. Homeowners and renters should be sure to insure their lives and property. I like saying this. What are they saying right there, Tom? What are they saying?
I need life insurance because my detector probably isn't going to work.
Well, now you know yours won't work. Let's move on.
Now you know you're
It's a good transition to that. If you ask them and they give you what you want to hear, say it back to them. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Then go back to the book. Well, now you know that yours don't work. Whatever they say. If they give you the ammo, give it back. If they give it to you, why wouldn't you give it back to them? You know what you'll hear sometimes when you say that? So, may not warrant or imply in any way that your smoke detector will protect lives and property in the event of a fire. Homeowners, which is you, Cody, and you, Brandon, should be sure to insure your lives and property. When they're saying lives, they're talking about you, Brandon, you, Cody, and Maria Lynn. What are they saying with that statement? What are they saying right there, Brandon, about this thing?
It's going to fail, so make sure you have insurance.
Well, now you know yours is going to fail. So let's get back to the presentation. Whatever ammo they give you, use it back on them and get back to your demo. Fair enough? All right, so that's the alarm kill. We got so much to train today. All right, what I want to do is, who in here does not have one of these? Raise your hand. You don't have one of these. So most of you have them, right? Okay. So we've scripted this for you, so you don't have to memorize all that stuff I did. You want one?
Yeah.
All right. Does anybody else need one? I got plenty of them.
How up to date are
Here,
they?
take them and just pass them around. Huh? How what?
You guys
Have they been updated in the last year?
It might be a word or two there updated, but it's the same thing you got if you've already got
You
it.
guys
Yeah.
have them.
I know, if you, I just want to.
We don't, for us, like, we don't have them at all.
Oh,
We have them.
okay.
You guys have them.
Yeah, they got
Scott's got mine.
Let me ask you guys a question. Everybody listen up real quick. Let me ask y'all a question. You've done presentations, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, everybody listen. Everybody listen. No more talking. Everybody listen. Listen. This is very important. What goes through your mind when you're sitting across from a couple and you're showing them a fire safety presentation?
What's going through my mind?
Yeah.
I want to teach them fire safety. I want to teach them about fire.
I want to teach them about fire safety. What goes through your mind?
I want to help them.
You want to help them? What goes through your mind?
I want to help them, inform them.
I want to help them. What goes through your mind?
Help them.
Help
Get
them.
them.
Educate. Protect. Protecting. Educate and help. Protecting.
Making sure they all get out safely.
Making sure they all get out safely. What goes through your mind? What goes through your mind?
Protect.
Protect.
Teaching them.
Teaching them.
Protecting.
Protect. What goes through your mind?
I need a snack.
I need snack. What goes through your mind? Save your life. Protect. 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 Thinking of a fire. Help prepare them. Educate, protect. Educate, protect.
I could save somebody's life.
Okay, let me change your thinking. I want everybody to change exactly what you're thinking on that. Don't think like that.
Okay.
If I'm sitting across from you showing your presentation, I think you're going to die in a fire tonight. That'll change exactly how you present. I'm going to repeat what I just said. If I do, and this is exactly what I do, guys. When I do a presentation in front of a husband and wife, you might think this is over the top, and that's fine, but I picture them dying in a fire. And I think inside my head, I'm the only thing that's going to keep them from dying. Now, when I do a presentation, now I'm a whole lot more engaged with you now. Because I literally look across from you like, oh my God, he's going to die in a fire if I don't fix this. He's going to die in a fire. That changes everything for you when you do that. It changes everything for you. It's a completely different mindset doing this presentation. I've done that with so many people in this company and their sales go up. Why? Because they get more passionate about what they're doing. If you're sitting across from Brand, listen, look, everybody look at me. You're sitting across from me and my wife showing us a presentation on fire safety. You picture me and Bryson and Brooklyn and Nathan and Chrissy dying in a fire. Will that change your emotions?
Yeah.
Yes, it will. Selling is a transfer of emotion. I told you that in the beginning. I need her to feel the same way I do about the problems and the same way I do about OmniShield. I need her feeling that way. So I need to look across from you, Cody, and say, this dude's going to have a fire and he's going to die tonight. And I'm the only thing separating him from dying. Let me ask you a question. Could he die in a fire tonight? Yeah. You damn right he could. This ain't fake. This ain't no joke. This is serious what we do. This is serious. I have 13 Lifesaver Awards. 2 of them happened the same night we put it in their house.
Wow.
2 of them. You think I knew who was going to have that fire? Hell no. You don't know who's going to have a fire. Get passionate about this. Look across at that couple and be like, they're going to die. They're going to die if you don't make them understand about the problem and the solution. You got to do a good job at that. Some of you don't do that. Some of you just look across at a couple and be like, I hope I can sell something. I'm telling you, that's what's happening. I've seen it. I've been around too long and I'm seeing it so many times. A lot of you just want that commission or you want that sale. I want you to think they're going to die. It'll change everything for your career, I promise you. When I was a salesperson just like everybody in this room at some point. And I sucked in my first 90 days. I couldn't sell nothing. I couldn't scratch a pad, man. I was terrible. And then somebody got a hold of me later on and said, instead of trying to sell and make money, sell for the love of that family. And I was like, damn. I said, that's easy for you to say because the guy had a lot of money. I didn't have no money. I was broke. And I just had Brooklyn. Well, I didn't. Me and Christy did together. We both had Brooklyn. My wife would be like, you didn't have it, I had it. All right? But we had just had Brooklyn, our 3rd child. Bryson, Brooklyn, and Nathan at home. I started in July 2010. The same month my daughter was born. Diapers and formula is expensive, man. It's expensive. I had no net, nothing to hold me up, nothing. Talk about a purpose. My mom laughed in my face. I told you all that. I was pissed. I was not going to quit. I would have sunk before I quit in this thing. All right? And then one day a guy looked at me and said, quit trying to sell with this. Everybody look at me. Quit trying to sell with this and start selling with this. Quit selling with your mind and sell with your heart. And the only way you're going to do that is you're going to have a fire and you're going to die tonight. Say that in your mind and believe it. It's a whole nother level of a demo now, buddy. Say that in your mind and believe it. If I don't fix this, you're going to die tonight. So I'm coming after you and your family tonight, and I'm damn sure going to make sure you know you got a problem. Does that make sense? All right. I want to cover that with you because that's so important. So we got number 1 is the warm-up. Number 2, we call it an alarm kill. Everything we're teaching is about repeat. Names. Emotion. Roller coaster with your voice. Your voice inflection up and down, up and down, up and down. Engage them with that color side of that book. I want them looking at that side of the book, and I want them engaged with you. The more they're engaged, the better shot you got. The less engaged they are, you're in trouble, man. You're in big, big trouble. Now, number 3 is the home evaluation.